Welcome to my channel. This will be a free flow, deep tissue stretch routine featuring a foam roller, a wheel, and balls. Check out my description box if you are interested in any of these items and do not yet have them, or check out your local store. Before we get started, I'd like to make sure that you understand the difference between dynamic stretching and static stretching. It is recommended that you complete dynamic stretches before your workout to reduce your risk of injury. Some of these exercises include walking, running, or high knees. What we're doing today can be included as dynamic stretches. After you work out, to prevent injury, you want to finish with static stretches, like holding your arms over your head and holding a position for 10 to 20 seconds. Make sure you properly warm up and cool down, and make sure to read the disclaimer before completing any of these stretches. When you're ready, grab your mat, your roller, and any other materials, and let's get started. Starting with the exercise wheel, I'm going to demonstrate rolling out your back. You want your weight on your heels, and you're just going to bend and straighten your legs so that you can roll the middle part of your back, the lower part of your back, and slowly work your way back up and down. So notice that I'm bending and straightening my legs. My weight is in my heels, and you can move your hands to whatever feels good for you. So again, I'm just demonstrating some different options. If you want to keep your hands towards the floor, feel free to do so. I would like to note, while using this Chirp Wheel, you want to make sure it stays in the middle, lined up with your back. So feel free anytime that you feel it sliding to the right or left to pause and adjust it. This wheel comes in handy when you wake up with back pain. I honestly hadn't really reached out for it because it's not my number one go-to when thinking about stretching my whole body. But when it comes down to the back, this is a really quick and easy way to stretch out your back. We're going to continue to work here at your own pace, working the upper, middle, and lower part of your back. If you don't have an exercise wheel like you see here, feel free to continue using your foam roller. Keep in mind that the larger your roller is, the less core strength you're going to need to do some of these moves. The smaller your foam roller is, the more core strength you're going to need to complete some of these exercises and moves. For those of you that do have an exercise Chirp Wheel, how about you try reaching your hands over your head and extending all the way back like you're about to do a back bend. This should feel really good in the middle and lower part of your back. Melt down and try it again. Reach those arms overhead, extend those legs, and reach back towards the floor if you can, and slowly melt down. All right, very good. We're going to take a few more moments here to shake out and roll out any other areas of your back that you still may feel tension. For me, that was the middle part of my back, the lower part of my back. I've been sleeping very odd lately, cannot get the pillow situation together. And then I'm just going to pause here and there to really just feel the deeper stretch. All right, very good. Now I'm going to demonstrate what I would do with the foam roller. So those of you that do have a foam roller, you can pick up at this part. So basically I'll be doing the same routine, rolling back and forth, making sure to work the upper, middle, and lower part of my back. But as you can see here, how much lower I am to the ground because I have a much smaller foam roller. So again, if your foam roller is larger, this part may be a little bit easier for you to maneuver moving up and down. Again, this is a free flow routine, so everyone's flowing at their own pace and speed, making sure to adjust as necessary. So pause and stop and make sure your foam roller is where you need it to be. Rolling your back is going to require a lot of core strength, whether you are a super athlete or not. I hadn't rolled in a while, so make sure to be gentle and kind with yourself. Don't get so upset. This does not feel the best the first few times that you do it, but I promise you keep practicing, it gets easier, and as you keep practicing, it will feel much, much better. So after all that rolling, just taking a moment here to pause and raise those arms overhead and back down. Raising the arms overhead and back down. Having the roller in this part of your back, it just lifts the spine and it feels really, really nice, like a little mini back bend. I'd also like to demonstrate when you turn the direction of the roller more vertically, you can line it up with your spine and do the same thing, lifting those arms overhead and back down. So you'll feel the roller in the middle of your spine. If it's not straight, make sure it's straight. All right, so let's flow, moving our arms in different directions, bringing those elbows down, hands together. Elbows down, hands together. So straighten and bend. Very good. So do whatever feels good for you. This felt good for me. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. All right, then straightening those arms to make a T and then behind your head. So T and behind the head. Out like a T together, behind the head, together. Do this a few more times, and then we're going to move on to roll our calves, our hamstrings, our arms, and our glutes. Moving on to our calves, if you have a longer foam roller, feel free to try to do both calves at the same time, or you can just slide the foam roller over and do one calf at a time like I'm doing here. So I'm going to be rolling again the upper, middle, and lower part of my calf, and you'll watch my foot as I'm demonstrating. I'm going to be moving my toes to the right and to the left. This is going to hurt a little bit, but it's like a good kind of pain because we're really kneading through the muscle and breaking up the tissue. So you're really going to feel this deep tissue stretch here. So again, turn those toes a little bit to the right and roll to the center and roll and to the left. Okay, now you see me moving the roller up. I feel like I stretched enough on that side. So I'm going to do the same thing with my hamstrings, working the middle, the lower part, and the bottom. Again, make sure to flow at your own pace. You may feel more tension in your calves. Make sure to roll out those calves. If you feel more tension in your hamstrings, make sure to roll out and spend more time on those hamstrings. And you may pause the video anytime that you like. So I hope you got a chance to see me turn on that hip to really get the outer edge of my hamstrings. So we're going to repeat the same process on the other leg. Whatever you do to one side, you want to repeat and do on the other. Some other quick tidbits of information. A nice Epsom salt bath after you stretch or after you do a nice workout, preferably after you do, you do weights. You want to make sure to soak. That will also help alleviate some pain and soreness as well. This deep tissue stretch routine with this roller is somewhat like getting a massage. the first time it kind of hurts, but once you're finished with the massage, oh, you feel so much better. So trust the process. Okay, again, I'm turning a little bit so I can get that outer edge, that outer part of my hamstrings and quads. All right, now for my favorite part. When you're ready, join me and we're going to roll out those glutes. And this one's a little tricky, but we're going to try to roll out the upper, middle, and lower part of the glutes. This should feel really good if you do it right. Okay, so the weight's going to be in the heels, and we're just going to bend and straighten those legs, keeping the weight in the heels and palms of the hands. The best analogy that just came to my mind is to treat the roller like a lint roller, and you have lint all over your body that you need to get off. All right, now for those arms, this should feel good as well. We're going to roll from our wrist to our elbow, from our wrist to our elbows. I found this easiest to do while on my knees, like I'm in a child's pose. You may find your own creative way to stretch your arms. Again, whatever feels good to you, give it a go. This is all just a free flow. So whatever time that you need to spend on a specific area, make sure to pause and spend it. Your body is your body, my body is mine. So do what feels right for you. The goal is to get carried away in something that feels really good to you. So next we're going to move on to our quads. You should be able to fit both thighs or quads on the roller. This is going to take a little bit of core strength, but not as much as rolling out your back. You're going to keep your weight on your forearms, pushing from your elbows to your hands. Back and forth, slowly working the upper, middle, and lower part of your quads. You can play around bending and straightening your legs. Again, taking your time to really roll out all the kinks and knots. Fun backstory about me to help distract you from any discomfort you may be feeling. So I ran both in high school and college, and it wasn't until college that I was introduced to foam rolling. There was a point in my running career that my athletic trainers thought I had sciatic nerve, so I had to show up early around 5-6 a.m. to roll out before every practice or do ice baths after every practice. Still don't know to this day what it is that causes me or my leg to go out of position at a specific speed or time, but foam rolling was definitely my go-to to help me through a lot of the pain. Now we're going to move on to the balls. If you don't have any, or not even a tennis ball or a baseball, you can skip this portion and check out some more videos. But if you at least have a tennis ball or a baseball, you can stick around so I can demonstrate and show you what other options you have available to you. Now, I purchased my set a while ago, so I'll try my best to link below some roller balls that you can use and find if you're really interested, because it's from my understanding not everyone has the money or access to go to a chiropractor or a masseuse every time that after they work out, or if they have a sore back after going to sleep. So now I'm demonstrating using these different balls, primarily focusing on the calves and the glutes and the neck. I would not recommend using the balls for your back. Not saying you can't do it, but I would not recommend it. So we're going to roll out those calves just like we did with the foam roller. You're going to fill this even deeper, the smaller size ball, and if it has more grooves, you're going to feel it as if someone is taking their thumbs and really pressing and digging in to those muscles. So this one, you want to breathe in and take your time. Okay, so I'm just taking the baseball to show you that you can use any ball. Tennis ball, baseball, golf ball is even in there. The blue and black set that you see was bought and purchased together. I'll try to find something similar to link below. As you're rolling, you want to keep that weight in your hands, the opposite foot, and your calf to really dig in and feel the stretch. Now this next ball that I'm pulling out has tiny spikes on it. Not sure if you were able to see that. Looks like a little puffer fish. And I thought this one was really going to hurt, but it actually felt pretty good. I would recommend wearing leggings or something to something smooth over your skin, but this one surprisingly felt pretty good. If you notice you don't have the materials on the screen, but you chose to stick around, I just want to encourage you that you really don't need all this equipment. I just happen to have it over the years. I would not go out and make another Amazon purchase if you do not need to, okay? The foam roller is just enough. If you just have a tennis ball and a baseball for this entire video, that is just enough. Now for the back, it will be more challenging, but it is just enough. This final ball that I demonstrated was the golf ball. Didn't care for that one as much, but we're going to move on to the glutes, and you're going to see me change positions in just a moment into a pure form of stretch where I cross and bend one knee and ankle. A lot of this is trial and error. Just exploring what your body needs, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and making those necessary changes. So as you just saw, I switched back over to the baseball. That worked best here. And now I have that knee bent and that ankle over the opposite knee with the weight in the hands and the opposite heel to complete this stretch. So it takes some practice. Alright, we're going to repeat the same process on the other leg. Again, flow at your own pace. I'm just demonstrating using every piece of equipment, not only because I have it, but just also to show you that this is a deep tissue stretch. Okay, we started with the wheel, worked our way to the foam roller, and then even got deeper with the balls. So again, if you have the foam roller and at least one or two balls, maybe you have a golf ball and a baseball, this is going to really deepen the stretch and you're going to really get deeper into the muscle. If you're still hanging in there with me so far, make sure to like the video, leave a comment to let me know you're still with me, and subscribe. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort for all content creators to create and edit and everything like that. And it's right now 1:12 in the morning, and I'm trying to put out more content, so make sure to show some love and support. Feel free to spend more time with me on the calves, or go ahead and make your way to the glutes. I'll be there in just a moment, just demonstrating using this golf ball, and then we're going to get to the glutes. I don't know about you, but I just love having a variety of options, so that way there's no excuse of why I can't do something. I believe that we all have, right now and around us, more than enough to be successful and accomplish all the tasks and goals that we need to. All right, now coming into that piriformis stretch. If that feels comfortable for you, this is just an easy way to access the glutes. If this doesn't feel good to you, just keep both feet down and just bend and straighten those legs. Your glutes should be on fire right about now if you're doing this correctly. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Very good. Now the hard part's over. We're going to finish up with our neck. So grab a ball of your choice. I'm going to start off with the spiky one, and using the palm of my hand, just rubbing my neck in circles, up and down and in circles, leaning my head to the opposite shoulder just to feel this even deeper. I'm going to repeat this same process using a golf ball and another smooth, medium-sized ball. As we're finishing up this routine, I want to thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me for this deep tissue stretch. Hopefully you feel much better after doing this, and your back, your shoulders, your spine, your glutes, your calves, your arms will thank you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.